Training as a subject to me is very important because, like I said, it helps bring the discipline. It's very important because it gives direction. It gives direction to the organization, it gives direction to the brand, and most important, it gives a sense of direction to the individual who's experiencing training. और सबसे बड़ी चीज़ I think which I experience is it helps in building a sense of employee commitment, which today is also in an industry which is known to be having 40–45% attrition levels. Like I said, it leads to heightened productivity, which all of us need because the customer demand is tremendously increasing, and it will only go further. With so much exposure happening on internet, with so much exposure happening on media, so much pressure on individuals to look good. So it is something that we need to really invest in over and over again, to ensure that the market trends which are coming in from the West are at par with the Indian industry. Today, beyond a point, a haircut is a haircut is a haircut, a facial is a facial is a facial. But when I go to a salon, when I go to a spa, 30 to 40% of my loyalty of coming to a spa is because of the way the relationship is built with me and the therapist. So for building client loyalty, it's very important that all of us as operators spend time and resources and as far as our talent pool is concerned. I think beauty industry does a lot of skill trainings, but what are the gaps? As I see, and I'm not trying to boast कि मैं बाहर काम किया है तो मुझे इंडिया की industry के बारे में I look down upon it. I think Indian industry is very talented, but where we miss out is perhaps the sense of customer relationships, or the question of soft skills which come into play, right? And I think we need to have very, very formalized ways of building soft skills training in our employees. What we have done at VLCC, I am not here to promote VLCC, but what we've added in the last 12 months that I've come in is that it's mandatory now to have 5 to 6 chapters of soft skills. So every course, whether it's a 4-month course or it's a 12-month course, will necessarily have 2 to 3 chapters of soft skills which are not trained by our faculty. I ensure that there is an outside faculty, whether it's an image consultant or whether it's somebody from the hotel industry. We try to get this person in, and she or he spends at least 2 to 3 chapters in soft skills, right? Important it is for us spa and salon operators, whether they are small operators or whether they are large operators, is to build a sense of organization culture. These are not jargon. ये मैं explain करना चाहूँ तो it's a sense of belongingness, it's a sense of culture of performance that we build in our employees, which is very, very important, and that is something which will help you retain. Yes, that person will jump for a 2,000 rupee, 3,000 rupee, 1,000 rupee differential. But if you can indirectly help build something in him which he wants to stay back to the organization, it's this organization culture that we're talking about. Another important thing is I've had the fortune, again, like I said, and I realize the value that today if I stand before you as a professional, I have learned from feedback and appraisals. Look, can't we do feedback and appraisals for our hairstylist? Can't we do feedback and appraisal for the pedicurist? क्या उसका career हमारे लिए important नहीं है? So I think as players, we really need to identify this and understand that even the lowest common denominator, यानी कि वो pedicurist के लिए भी उसके साथ एक feedback session ज़रूरी है. उसके लिए भी एक form होना चाहिए. जो साल या साल के अंदर एक बार या साल में 2 बार we sit and we review his performance with him so that we know what are his gaps, what are the areas he wants to learn in. So if we are MBAs, if we are engineers, we have done feedback and appraisals, it's important, it's our duty to give that things to the same pedicurist or to the hairstylist. I think the stage has come now for all the education bodies to come together and form a coalition. Because till the time we don't come together, you will not be able to really benefit as end consumers. Some of the thoughts that I had that what we should do is in this coalition is at least we should standardize our course content. When we are able to give you a hairstylist, at least 70%, 80% वो बच्चा ready है. बाकी का 20% आपका refinement आपका काम है. आप अपने तरीके से उसको क्या सिखाना चाहते हैं, that we leave it to you. We cannot train that individual 100%. So we will have to work together. I think the time is opportune and it's come right now to see that we get this coalition going. Stages again come where we need to mandate certification. And finally, if we can get the goalpost to be a government certified license, just a driving license hota hai, a passport hota hai, that's your identity, or that's your basic entry document by which you cannot enter a foreign country or you cannot drive a vehicle. I think some kind of a licensing or some kind of a passport has to come as far as beauty schools and beauty education is concerned. One last point which I had is that once we have this certification process, usse kya hoga? But till the time the employers, which is people like you in the audience, you come together and say, no, we will employ people only with certification, our job will be only 50% done. We will create the certificate, but if you decide to employ a person without a certificate, it's not really going to help the cause. So something like this, it has to be a hand-in-glove relationship, 50% of the beauty education schools, 50% of the beauty employers. Quickly about VLCC, I think, again, like I just wanted to share that we are today operating about 48 institutes in 36 cities. We work very closely with the government. We work with the government of Madhya Pradesh. We work with the government of Nagaland to provide skill trainings. We passed out about 15,000 students last year, and currently we stand at about 10,000 institutes. So we are 10,000 students. So we are here to support you along with similar people who are on the dais with me and people who are not here. So I think from a beauty school perspective, we will continue to support you. Please tell us when we open the dialogue as to what more we can do for you.